And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in This Week.
Namaskar. Welcome to This Week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Dr. Sir, namaste. How are you, sir?
Namaskar. Very well.
So Dr. Sir, a lot of school-going children are very happy that the mask mandate is finally off. How do you see this? Should we still be cautious and be apprehensive?
Well, the mask mandate is gone officially in the New York, New Jersey and tri-state area. That shows that pandemic is officially over and we are in a stage of endemic. It means the infection rate of the COVID is less than 0.5%. It means it's like any other normal cold, like any flu or any other winter cold. So that's why it's a good news, and I think it's a great welcome that there is people are tired of wearing masks, and I think you can do without mask unless you are immunosuppressed or you have some underlying serious disease, comorbidity, then I think you should wear mask when you are with the other people.
And from mask to another major news relating to Russia, Ukraine, and the role of USA. Vice President is coming back from Poland, and that visit didn't leave very good impression of America on the global family front. Your overall analysis of the situation where we are with respect to America's stand.
Well, I think Russia-Ukraine war is still only 14 days old, and I suspect, or I'm afraid that it will go on for a while because there is no immediate solution. But America has done quite a bit by putting all the financial ban of the SWIFT means transfer of the money from Russia to other countries, a ban on the oil, ban on the all the commodities, even some American corporations like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they are banning their product in Russia. That shows that I think eventually Russia will feel the pinch and has to come to some kind of diplomatic solution to this problem, and they should stop killing the innocent people.
So on the one hand, while we look at the news from the Western media, things look different, and a little bit of variation from Indian media, as recently they are saying President of Ukraine is now agreeing to the conditions which are offered by Russia, and it is likely to be that Ukraine would not raise the question of joining NATO. And so that changes the equation, and possibility is that the war may be over soon. When what I'm saying now is coming from the Indian media. Actually, to say it, Z also was mentioning this.
Well, I think there is some truth to the fact that Ukraine president may agree that they will not seek the NATO connections or joining the NATO status. But this afternoon only I was listening to radio, Bloomberg radio, and they were saying that Ukraine president is refused to give in any inch of the Ukraine land to the Russia. So I think as long as Russia does not demand any part of or portion of the Ukraine in exchange of the peace, or does not demand that Ukraine should be completely neutralize its military, then I think probably Ukraine president will agree not to be a part of the NATO, at least for near future.
And I think he seems to be left with no choice, because the kind of support which he was expecting from America and NATO countries didn't come, and they have valid reasons they are supporting monetary support and military support, but they are not ready to be a part of this war against Russia directly. And do you think Ukraine feels let down by USA?
No, I don't think so, because what Ukraine is asking is to create the no-fly zone. So if NATO creates no-fly zone, it means NATO flights or aircraft has to kind of supervise the whole Ukraine sky. And by doing that, they will be direct in conflict with the Russian military. And I think that increases the chances of widening of the war, and then Russia has a free hand to even bomb England. So that is not good sign and is not good idea. Ukraine is keep insisting, but I think USA has agreed that USA is going to provide them Russian-made MiG-23 and other jets, and they will replace the Poland and they will replace the American-made fighter jets to the Poland, and this replacement this Russian-made MiG-23 and other jets will be very useful for Ukraine to protect its population and destruction of the country.
I think the another condition was the two countries which Russia recognized. It wanted Ukraine also to recognize them as independent nations. And as per reports from India, now Ukraine president has shown willingness to talk about that also. So this again is a potential indication. Probably he's realizing that he cannot last long. Or do you see that there is a chance of some sort of understanding between Russia and Ukraine soon, so that war is over?
I hope so, and I pray for it, that war, there should be some diplomatic solution to this problem, war, and sooner the resolution is better for everyone, whole mankind. So I'm praying for that, and I'm hoping for that.
So I'll take you to India's role in this scenario, especially in the context of evacuating students from India as well as other citizens who were in Ukraine. And looks like Prime Minister Modi's communication with the Russian president worked wonders in creating a 6-hour gap in the war so that they have a safe corridor to move, etc. So overall, your impression earlier when Prime Minister Modi was known to be flying to different countries, looks like all that building of a credibility and relationship is paying off for India.
Yes, obviously, government of India has done a superb job by kind of lifting its citizens, all the students and other citizens of India from the Ukraine. And yesterday only I was with Consul General of India in New York, and he was saying that they have completed airlifting of all the students from the Ukraine, and that's a great news. And I think the credit and kudos goes to our Prime Minister and his administration.
And now coming back to Russia and India together in the Quad meeting, the stand that India has taken, and initially there was a kind of an attempt of arm twisting India to change its stand, which didn't happen. And in Quad meeting also, India stood its ground. So it is a new India now with respect to USA's relationship with India also. Your take on this new position of India on the global scene?
Well, it's a new India, but our position is very long-standing, because we are always supposed to be one of the founder of the non-aligned nation, if you remember, in right after independence. So, and it is a good position for India, because India needs a lot of help, lot of trades, lot of military help, defense help from both Russia and USA. And India also needs a lot of technological know-how from the USA. So I think, and USA also needs India as a largest middle class population of the world, and Russia also needs India because of Russia also wants to have that middle class population which they can trade into. So I think it's good for good to have good relation with India by both USA and Russia. And what Prime Minister has done took the advantage of that neutrality and helped our students to airlift from the Ukraine. And probably you need a country like India who has now economical power, who has some leverage in the world, be neutral so they can bring the Russia and the Western NATO countries together.
That is wonderful. And now moving towards India and Uttar Pradesh, in particular, among the states which have already voted, and we are just very close to the results. The surveys are showing a very promising picture for BJP in Uttar Pradesh. You must have also heard all these surveys leading to declaring Yogi Adityanath as the next or again Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Your response to these survey reports?
Well, from the exit poll, it seems like all the exit poll is kind of showing that BJP will have very comfortable majority by itself and will form the next government and will change the history of the Uttar Pradesh, which usually changes the government every 5 years. But this time it may be again second term for the BJP, and if BJP comes, then let's see, hopefully if internal politics allows them, then Yogi will be a chief minister. Otherwise probably he may not be chief minister, because it all depends upon what's internal politics in the BJP about Yogi's rise of the symbol of the Hindutva,
So this is interesting take, because generally he is only portrayed as the next chief minister, but in politics, and as they used to say in cricket and politics, everything is possible. But I kind of personally feel that it will be Yogi Adityanath. And let us go to Punjab. What we are hearing is the Aam Aadmi Party is likely to surprise everyone with the majority for the first time in Punjab. If that happens, how that makes you feel?
Well, I mean, if exit polls are correct, then probably AAP might be making government in Punjab and winning the election, and chief minister will be AAP candidate, Mr. Mann, I think, if I'm not wrong. So, but still, I think it's too early to say, and let's see what happens when the counting starts. Because I think history of Punjab says that non-Punjabi never rules Punjab. So I'm not sure that history will prevail or history will change.
So history is in the making, that much we can agree on. And as we conclude today's this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, your parting words for our viewers.
Dear friends, it's a good news that pandemic is officially over in USA, particularly in the tri-state area. Now we are in the endemic. The incidence of COVID infection is less than 0.5%. So it is like a equivalent of the flu or any other winter cold. So you do not need to wear mask, whether you are indoor or outdoor, unless you are a person with a comorbidity like severe diabetes or cancer patient or on immunosuppression medication, then you should wear the mask and protect yourself. We pray and we hope that the war between Ukraine and Russia should be over soon, peacefully, and we would like to in advance congratulate BJP for winning second time in Uttar Pradesh, hopefully, according to the exit poll, and hopefully exit poll will turn to be a reality when the counts ballot will start counting in next few hours. So, dear friends, thanks for joining us. God bless America. God bless India. God bless Indian American. And we pray again to the God that war should be over sooner than later. Thank you.